Alright, T-Mobile home internet is very odd. After being in the works for years, T-Mobile finally launched their 5G fixed wireless internet service in 2021. And since then it caught on quite a bit for people who wanted a cheaper and often better internet option. However, it's not quite what T-Mobile hypes it up to be. With almost everything, there's a good and bad side to it, and after having tested T-Mobile home internet for almost a month, I'm here to reveal both, and to ultimately answer the question if you should switch. Now, I don't normally talk about home internet service on this channel, since not every option is available for everyone. Some people may have great options in their market, like some good fiber service or maybe some really high quality cable, but some people just get junk. But T-Mobile, out of all options I know of, is the most available non-satellite internet option. And the reason for that is the technology it uses, fixed wireless. Instead of installing a cable line in your house or running a fiber optic cable underground, fixed wireless just connects to cell towers, the same ones your phone does. It means getting set up is dead simple. You plug just the one gateway device into a power outlet, and that's all you need. This gateway connects to the cell towers near you and broadcasts their signal to all your devices. And fixed wireless is not just unique to T-Mobile. Verizon offers a pretty solid one, US Cellular offers one, and AT&T just launched their new Internet Air that runs off their cell towers. Now, this is a very basic explanation, but that's the basics of what this service is. It means most people who have coverage on these carrier cell networks can get their fixed internet service, making it a better option than satellite or DSL or even cable for many. So how is T-Mobile? Well, let's start with their gateway. You might know that when this service first launched in 2021, the gateway was not good. It was a gateway device made by Nokia that looked like a trash can and probably belonged in an actual trash can, since performance was so poor and it would constantly overheat. Then in 2022, T-Mobile launched two gateways that are used now, the Sagemcom gateway and the Arcadian gateway. The two are very similar to each other, but they basically redesigned it for better optimization so it would perform better, and they don't seem to overheat as much. Once you set the device up, you can press this button to wake up this display, and the first thing it'll show you is your connection status, which for me is excellent. As you can see, I've got the device close to a window, which is what they say is ideal because it's going to get you closest to a tower. You can also use these arrow buttons to cycle through the different things. You can see the devices you have connected, you can see the messages you have, and the language that you have the system set in, and you can go back. You'll also see up top you have the status signal bars for connection and the time. Overall, the device is pretty simple and pretty clean. However, compared to other devices like the Verizon 5G internet gateway or some other gateway devices that you can get, it's not as well designed compared to those in terms of signal and network performance, because it's a lot taller than it is wider, and it's just not as optimized to get the best performance out of the hardware. Side note, since this is a cellular line, you can actually take the gateway with you, and as long as it has a power source, you can use it as a sort of Frankenstein hotspot device if you wanted to. Also, since it's a cellular line, it gets a phone number, and if you send text messages to that phone number, they'll show up on your gateway's display as system messages. Do with that what you will. Now, how's the performance of T-Mobile home internet? It's fine. When I first got it going and ran some speed tests, it was amazing. It blew me away. I was getting very high results that gave me fast internet access. For the testing of my service, I connected only a few of my devices. I first ran some initial speed tests on the service, and oddly, I got excellent performance on my phones, but worse performance on my computer. However, on all of my connected devices, it worked fine for the most part. But here at Max Tech Studios, we go above and beyond to do the most ridiculous and crazy tests. So what you're looking at right now is a stress test on T-Mobile home internet with 3 devices going at once. So let's see how they perform. So the MacBook got 9.8 down, 32.44 up with an 85 ping. The phone got 455 down, 84.8 up with a 30 ping. And the PC got a 29 ping, 289.59 down, and 47 on the up. So with all these devices going at once, I think it's pretty safe to say T-Mobile home internet generally can handle a few devices going at once. And it reminded me of a very important thing. If it just works, it just works. And you kind of forget about it then. If everything loads quickly and works the way it should, you don't really have to think about it. You just kind of expect it to work and you're used to it. But if your internet is garbage, takes forever to load stuff, you notice its presence and you notice how bad it is. In my opinion, compared to the premium fiber I have at my house, T-Mobile isn't quite as, I guess, invisible as that is. At times, I notice how it would buffer when streaming videos in 4K or even just 1080p full HD. Most of the time, it would make videos default to low playback resolution, like even 480p. That's just not okay for my MacBook Pro's high-resolution Liquid Retina XDR display, and you could imagine how that would be even worse on a large 4K TV. Web pages typically loaded fine, other stuff worked out, and there was generally little to complain about when it came to performance and consistency. Unlike most cable or fiber services, you're not getting a guaranteed speed. If you have a newly upgraded 5G cell tower near you, the speeds will probably be great. If you have a cell tower near you that performs less than optimally on T-Mobile's network on your phone, it'll probably perform less than optimally for your home internet as well. T-Mobile does offer a 60-day test drive of their home internet services where they give you a gateway to try it out, and if you like it, you can keep it and switch to it and continue to pay for it. And if you don't like it, you can give them back the gateway within 60 days and get a refund. So there is peace of mind there. If you want to switch and kind of try it out, you sort of can try before you buy. To conclude, I can't definitively say if T-Mobile home internet is a good deal. The price is $50 a month, but again, if this price is actually good depends on what options are near you. In my market, AT&T offers 300 megabit per second symmetrical fiber service for $55 a month, as well as 500 megabits per second, 1 gigabit, 2 gigabit, and even 5 gigabit symmetrical plans. These all include a free gateway and up to a $150 reward card when you sign up. I personally have the 1 gigabit fiber plan, which in my market is $80 a month, and in my opinion, T-Mobile is about 70% of the performance for, a decent chunk less money. However, that is only with a few devices I had connected, plus I didn't really use many going at once, except for that one stress test. So again, mileage may vary. Performance-wise, T-Mobile home internet will be pretty reliable if you have a good cell tower near you and only about 3 to 4 devices going at once. Price-wise, if you meet those two criteria, $50 a month is pretty good. Again, that price includes all fees and the gateway for free. And if you have T-Mobile for phone service, you might be able to get that internet even cheaper. If you have 2 or more lines on the Go 5G Plus or Magenta Max plans, T-Mobile home internet becomes just $30 a month. And at that point, for most people, you can't beat that. But definitely do research in your area and see if other companies offer fiber service in your area, or maybe premium cable. But if you don't get that stuff, fixed wireless has been getting pretty good, and you can always take advantage of that T-Mobile test drive before you switch. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, drop a like below to let me know, subscribe to never miss the next one, and I'll see you there.